Welcome to Kautilya. So coming to the Appsc exams and importance of general studies paper in the Appsc exams, and in general studies paper the important components like polity, economy, geography, history, current affairs, mental ability. So these are all integral components of general studies. So the general studies paper contains current affairs, general science, mental ability, general mental ability, Indian history, geography, polity, Indian polity, and Indian economy. So these are all the important components of general studies paper. Now of these, first let us see the importance of geography in Appsc. Friends, if you take up any exam conducted by the Appsc, whether it is group 1 prelims, whether it is group 1 prelims test or screening test, or group 2 paper 1, or the general studies paper for various exams like junior college lecturers, degree college lecturers, polytechnic lecturers, and assistant executive engineers, for all these things there will be one common GS paper. So in all these exams the GS paper is for 150 marks and there will be 150 questions. Each question carries 1 mark. It is completely objective test. Now of these 150 questions, earlier up to 2010 there were 20 to 25 questions from geography, 20 to 25 questions from geography. But recently from 2011 onward, 2012 onwards, Appsc introduced the one new topic in the name of disaster management. Appsc introduced one new topic, that is disaster management. Now after the commencement of this disaster management, today, because this disaster management is an integral component or it is an interrelated topic or subject to the geography, that means ones who have grip over or command over the geography, they can get good marks in disaster management. So today the combined weightage of this geography and disaster management is up to 30 marks. That means out of 150 marks, the weightage of geography and disaster management is up to 30, right? So then coming to what is geography and what is its syllabus and what is its scope in the examination, or which type of questions are asking in the examination. So as per the syllabus or as per the syllabus given by the Appsc, in the syllabus paper they will give one single line like physical, social, economic, physical, social, economic geography, physical, social and economic geography of India and the world with a special emphasis on AP geography. So it is a single line statement given by Appsc, physical, social and economic geography of India and the world with a special focus or emphasis on AP geography. That means the geography subject again divided into or can be divided into 3 parts like world geography, Indian geography and AP geography. World, India and AP geography. Again in world geography it is world physical geography, world human geography, world economic geography, world human or social geography or economic geography. These 3 are subparts of world geography. Then coming to the second one, it is Indian geography. In Indian geography again there will be 3 subparts. These subparts are Indian physical geography, Indian human geography or Indian economic geography, subparts of Indian geography. Similarly in AP geography there will be AP physical geography, AP physical geography, AP social geography or human geography, AP economic geography and AP social or human geography. So in that way, again in Indian geography there are 3 components, in world geography 3 components and AP geography 3 components. So these are all the important sections or topics or chapters of geography syllabus. So now from all these areas, as I told you, if you take up only geography, there will be around 20 plus questions out of 150 in your objective test. 20 plus questions out of 150 in the objective test. Now, of these areas, that means as I told you, there is world physical geography, world economic geography and world social geography. Indian physical geography, Indian economic geography, Indian social geography. Similarly, AP physical geography, AP economic geography and AP social geography. If you take up all these chapters, now from all these chapters, you will get good number of questions from Indian physical geography. So in the examination point of view, the most important concepts are from where you will get good number of questions are, first one is Indian physical geography. Indian physical geography. Then after this, world physical geography. World physical geography. Then after this, you can say Indian economic geography. Indian economic geography. And fourth one is world economic geography. And fifth one Indian human geography. Indian human geography. And sixth one AP geography. That means if you take up, if you divide the syllabus into number of parts, of these the important parts according to the weightage of marks in the examination. But in overall, if you take up Indian geography, world geography and AP geography as a whole, if you take up the Indian AP and world geography as a whole, in the examination point of view, Indian geography is the most important. You will get good number of questions, around 10 plus questions from Indian geography. And after this, world geography is the important one, from where you will get around 7 plus questions in the examination. And the last one is AP geography, from where you will get around 3 plus questions in the examination. Right? So, what is this geography? Geography is a subject which deals with this Earth planet. So you know that Earth is a planet in the solar system on which the human beings are living today. Our Earth is our natural habitat. Earth is our abode from where we are living. So along with us, there are a variety of organisms, microorganisms, macroorganisms, a variety of plant community and a variety of animal community which are living on this planet Earth. That's how this Earth is a bioplanet. This Earth is a bioplanet from where a variety of millions and millions of organisms belongs to plant, animal and marine community are living together. Now, how this planet provides physical conditions for the existence of life, and what are the importance of these physical components of this Earth. So, in physical geography or in world physical geography, we will basically discuss about this. We will basically study about the physical components of the Earth. These physical components of the Earth are the land on the Earth's surface, the water on the Earth's surface, and the air which surrounds the Earth's surface. So, in the physical components of the Earth, we will discuss or we will study about this land and land formation and different types of landforms on the Earth's surface, and it is nothing but the study of lithosphere. And after this, in the second part, in the second part, this is the important component of this Earth. This is water. That means on this Earth planet today, 71% is covered by the water bodies, and the study about these water bodies is nothing but hydrosphere. And the study about this atmosphere which surrounds this Earth's surface is nothing but atmosphere. So, if you study about this atmosphere and its properties and its phenomena, hydrosphere and different components of the hydrosphere and its phenomena, and lithosphere and different components its phenomena, that completes as world physical geography. So that means world physical geography gives us the base to understand the entire geography, and the geography in one word you can say, the geography subject is in one word you can say, today we know that Earth is the abode of human beings. How this Earth planet provides the physical conditions for the survival of these human beings. Not only these human beings, along with him, there are a variety of organisms. But basically, our subject is, human concentric. So that's why how this Earth provides physical conditions for the existence of these human beings, and how this earth provides the economic conditions, how it gives us mineral resources, and where are these mineral resources, and how it facilitates us agricultural activity, how it is facilitates us industrial activity, and all these things. And finally, social geography. That means the different types of races, the evolution of the man, the different types of races, the evolution of the religions, and finally the distribution of the population in different continents of the world, and of course the distribution of the population in different states of India, and the distribution of the population in different districts of Andhra Pradesh. So that is about the social geography. And in this social geography, apart from the distribution of the population, we will also study about some of the demographic attributes like the sex ratio, the population density, internal infant mortality rate, maternal mortality rate, and all these things. So now the subject geography is earth concentric, which mainly deals about what are the physical components of this earth planet which facilitates the existence of man, the survival of this man on this earth surface. Then what are the economic conditions which are facilitates the healthy growth of these human beings or other organisms. Then what are the the social condition or the demographic attributes of this population on this planet earth or in different countries of the world. So that is in brief the subject of geography, right? So in this geography, right from the beginning and origin of the earth, then origin of this lithosphere, origin of the hydrosphere, origin of the atmosphere, then later how these different landforms were coming to being, how these different oceans and water bodies are coming to being, and the present rivers and streams were formed, and how the different types of land features like mountains, plateaus and plains were coming to being on this planet earth. Then how all these conditions facilitates for the origin of the life, and later what happened to the origin of the earth and the different changes in the the evolution of the life and the coming up of new forms of life, plant life and animal life, marine life and terrestrial life, and all these things. So later how these water bodies were formed, and what are the different types of water bodies, and how the what are the difference between these seas, oceans and lakes, and what is the difference between these freshwater lakes and brackish or saltwater lakes, and all these things you will see in subject geography. And it is of course very interesting to know all these areas. Then after that later you will see in climatology chapter, which is a subject which deals about atmosphere and its scientific approach. The scientific study of atmosphere is called as climatology. In climatology we will discuss about what is temperature and what are the reasons behind the variation in the distribution of temperature, and what are the factors behind the pressure difference at different locations, and why this pressure creates or the pressure difference creates at different locations. What happens if pressure creates difference? Then how these winds blowing taking place, and what happens if the wind blowing taking place, and how these clouds are forming, and how this precipitation or rainfall is occurring, and all these areas you will see in climatology chapter, right? Then while coming to the Indian physical geography, there we will discuss about the different landforms in India, like the northern Himalayas, then northern plains, then peninsular plateau, then Deccan plateau, then western Ghats and eastern Ghats, and coastal plains, east coastal plains and west coastal plains, and the islands which are also part of the Indian territory, like the Andaman Nicobar Islands, the Lakshadweep Islands. Then later the Indian drainage system, the like different types of rivers in India and their tributaries, and later the climate of India. So today the climate of India can be divided into 4 seasons and their features. Then the soils of India and the forest distribution in India, forest cover in India. So different types of forests and their distribution in India, and different types of flora and fauna in Indian forests. Then later we will go to Indian economic geography. There we will discuss about the important minerals in the land of India and their distribution, and based on this distribution of the minerals, the location of the industries and their growth, the different types of industries in India and their distribution. And later we will go to the energy resource in India and different types of energy producing centers like thermal power plants, hydroelectric power plants and nuclear power plants, and the new centers of renewable source of energy. Then later we'll go to the transport system in India, the different modes of transport like road, rail and airways and waterways and seaports. Then at the end of this Indian geography we'll go to Indian human geography or social geography, where we will basically discuss about the different the size of India's population and their distribution, largest populated states, least populated states, then population density, sex ratio, then the different types of religions in India and their composition, and different languages in India and their composition, and all these things. So if you read the AP geography in the same perspective, AP physical aspects, economic aspects, that means important landforms in AP, then important mineral resources and distribution in AP, then the population of AP and their details, that is enough with the AP geography. So this is what the brief idea about the geography and its syllabus and its scope in the examination. And with that I am going to conclude the brief introduction or brief idea about the subject geography. And by seeing all these things, you may feel it is one of the interest subject to know, and it is very enthusiastic subject to learn something. So that's why everybody has to learn this subject to get good marks in your prelims test. And of course this subject is also helpful for your mains in a group 1 exam. In group 1 exam in paper 4 science and technology, there will be environment and development. At that time you will get some of the aspects of geography, right? So with that I am going to conclude this session. Thank you.